Usually don't put out content on Saturdays, but this can't wait. Let me get you caught up with everything trade rumors heading into the trade deadline. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. All on this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season, so subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Now, like I mentioned in the intro here, I usually do not make content here on Saturdays, but this couldn't wait here, ladies and gentlemen. This couldn't wait. Now, I want to go ahead and first talk about, we ended up hearing from Monty Ossenfort yesterday, I believe on Arizona Sports on 98.7. He ended up having a really good interview here with the local radio station, and he did say a couple different things that I want to kind of note here. The fact that we are making calls, right? That's the truth, right? We are making calls. Now, we made a video about 2 or 3 days ago about Mike Jones from The Athletic saying that the Cardinals are making the rounds and making calls to potentially add a pass rusher, and Monty Ossenfort pretty much confirmed that, right? Now, we ended up hearing Diana Rossini earlier this morning giving us actually specific names that the Cardinals are actually calling about. So let's first dive in here what Monty Ossenfort has said about the trade deadline, and then we're going to be talking about who the Arizona Cardinals have called for so far.
On pass rushers, do you consider that a priority position for you guys?
I mean, I think Luke, any position that can help our team is a priority for us, and so we've certainly been banged up there on the defensive front. We've taken some hits, though. They're not only on the interior of the defensive line but on the edge. Those positions, certainly those are certainly positions that we're going to look at. As are there's players at other positions too that we're always going to look at. And if an opportunity comes or if a player is made available, we're going to investigate those, no matter what it is. So, there's differing, availability of players. I'd say, what is out there is not always the truth that, say player A, player B is available. And, so we have to sift through that information and really, make our own decisions on what's the best for this team.
Well, as you can tell here, Monty Ossenfort is on the train, right? He knows that there is a big hole and a big need on this Arizona Cardinal team. Being the fact that we're 4-4 in the top of the division, this NFC West is wide open. So why not go after somebody that the Cardinals could potentially upgrade that edge rushing position? Now, when he said any positions on the table, I think that's just kind of lip service, right? I think we know the specific position that will help the Cardinals upgrade immensely, right? And that's the pass rushing core. Now, if we go after somebody else, then hey, I'm welcome to anything with open arms. But let's dive right into what Diana Rossini ended up having to say earlier today about what specific players the Cardinals are calling for, right? Now, Diana Rossini, also from The Athletic, very credible, ended up saying that the Cardinals are calling for 2 different players. Now, they could be calling for other players as well, but these are the names that have been thrown out, right? Now, one guy is going to be Arden Key, 28 years old, chosen in the 3rd round in 2018, 87th overall to Oakland, and currently right now he's playing for the Tennessee Titans. Now, like I mentioned, 28 years old, right? Doesn't have an overly crazy contract right now. I believe he signed up into the 2027 year, but his years of guaranteed salary is non-existent after this year. So in 2025, 0, and then he's got some voidable years in the rest of the years as well. So the Cardinals could potentially cut ties if it doesn't really work out with an Arden Key, but definitely a name to definitely look out for. Right now, he's sitting with 11 solo tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. And honestly, that numbers on its own, and it's crazy because how bad our edge rushing core currently right now is, and the fact that we've had a lot of injuries too, right? So I know we planned for something different coming into the 2024 season, but injuries, man. Injuries completely riddled the Arizona Cardinals in that specific position, which is very, very unfortunate. So definitely a name to look out for, Arden Key. I need to look a little bit deeper into him in terms of who he is, how he plays, and do I like an Arden Key? But like I said before, anything's an upgrade for this Arizona Cardinal roster. Now, the next guy here is a very familiar name, especially if you've been watching this channel for the last week or two, right? Azi Odeni has been another name that the Cardinals have called about. Now, the Arizona Cardinals are not the only team that's called about Azi Odeni. Also, I believe it's the Bengals and the Falcons have also called about Azi Odeni. So Aziz might be a little bit more expensive in terms of maybe trying to outbid somebody else, right? Another team that potentially could want his services. But we've all talked about Azi Ojulari on this channel before, right? 11 solo tackles, 6 sacks, 24 years old, 6'3", 240 pounds. And this kid right here has got a very friendly deal when it comes down to his current deal. I believe he's still playing on his rookie deal right now. Now, the understanding is that the Cardinals probably are going to want to extend in Azi Ojulari if they do sign him, but we got a lot of money next year, right? We got a lot of money, so this can potentially be a free agent acquisition if you want to look at it that way for the Cardinals. But we can reunite the Ojulari brothers. We got BJ coming back next year, and you got Aziz on the other side, or I guess depending on how they play. But I'm really excited. I really am. It's just more confirmation that the guys that this fan base wants is actually being called about, right? It's definitely very good news and a step in the right direction. Now, those are the two names that we're hearing so far, Azi Ojulari and Arden Key. Now, I know there's another, Harold Landry has been another name getting thrown out there as well. The only thing in terms of why I feel like Harold Landry probably won't be attainable is because of that contract. He's got a pretty big contract right now. So being the fact that the Cardinals still want to go within this rebuild way, these are two guys right now with either Arden Key or Azi Ojulari that's not going to break the bank, and it's also not going to derail your rebuild, right? The Cardinals are 4-4 right now. We're in the top of the division. We got to take care of business to obviously stay in the top of the division, but we also do need help on the defensive line. And Monty Ossenfort, the general manager of the Arizona Cardinals, is recognizing that. And that's one thing that you got to give credit to. You got to give credit to where credit is due. I don't think we're going after a Myles Garrett, and I don't think we're going after a Max Crosby, and I don't even know if they're even available, right? But hearing that the Cardinals have called about Aziz, and hearing the Cardinals are actually calling about Arden Key is great news. It's absolutely great news. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts so far about what we're hearing? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.